Hello, today I want to talk to you about dividend investing. So this is a different type of investing. There are two types. I'm going to talk you through them, but today is all about dividends, what they are, why you might need to know about them, and how you can use them as a source of income. So hello, this is the Looking After Your Pennies YouTube channel and I am Charlotte Jessup. So I get asked questions about investing all the time, and one of those questions is, how do I actually make money from investing? So I'm here today to answer that question and talk you through one particular investing strategy. So before I start, let me go in with a little disclaimer. So this is not advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what dividend investing is. I like to use my platforms to provide financial education. I want people to feel empowered around their money so they can go out into the world and make confident decisions for themselves. Also, because we're talking about investing, you need to know that the money that you put in could go up or it could go down. So you need to do so knowing the risks and knowing that it can change over time. So let's talk about dividends then and how you can use them as part of your investing strategy. Now, typically there are two main ways to make money when you invest. So probably the most common one that you hear about is growth investing. So this is where you put your money in, and as the company grows and develops and the price of its shares go up, you make money because the money that you put in, you might buy one share for £50 and now it's worth £100. So that's how you would make money, by buying the shares at a lower price and selling them at a higher price. And that's called growth investing because you're relying on the company to grow and the price of the share to go up, and you make money that way. Now, if you want to take an income off of that, you would have to withdraw a certain percentage every year. You can look into the FIRE community, which is the Financial Independence Retire Early. There will be loads of videos about this, and I will do a video in the future that talks about the percentages that you can withdraw on a kind of monthly, yearly basis to ensure that you don't use up all your money. So that is growth, and that's how you can make money that way. Now, the way I'm talking about today is what we call income or dividend investing. So this is a little bit different. Whilst you are still buying shares in a particular company and the value of those shares can go up, you are also getting payments from that company. So that's what a dividend is. It's a payment from these companies that you have invested in, as like it's a way of them sharing their profits. So if they make a certain amount of money in a year, they're going to give some of that money back to their shareholders in the form of a dividend. So some companies do this and some don't. Some prefer to keep their profits, reinvest them into the company and grow further, whilst others are happy to pay these dividends and give a little something back. So what exactly can you do with these dividends? So you might decide to take this money and keep it and spend it, treat it as another source of income that you are going to use, to pay your bills. If you've got enough money invested, you can, just live off this money. You can retire and live off the income that you get from dividends. Alternatively, if you're maybe at the start of your investing journey, you might decide to reinvest these dividends. So personally, I go on more of a growth model of investing. I'm not too worried about the dividends that I get, and any dividends that I do get, because I use funds and they are still invested in dividend-paying companies. So any dividends that I do get reinvested back into my portfolio. So I don't ever see that. It doesn't particularly it doesn't pop up into my bank account and I go, woo, what do I do with it now? It automatically gets reinvested. Now, you can do this yourself with dividends. You can either choose to do this manually, or you can set it up to reinvest these dividends for you. It really depends on whether you're looking to take the income now or whether you'd rather have a bigger pot of income later on. So how often do these companies pay out dividends? Now, it depends on the company. Some of them just pay out dividends once per year. Some of them do it twice per year, and some of them do it 4 times per year. So it really depends on the companies that you are investing in. If you invest into a fund that pays out dividends, so dividend paying out companies all can put into this pot that is a fund, they normally pay out once a year, although there are some that do it on a more frequent schedule schedule. So you can expect to get dividend payments annually, but these can happen at different times depending on the company or the fund. So some might pay out in January, some might pay out in December, some might pay out in September or April or any other time. So you might want to look at a portfolio that pays out at particular times of the year, or if you're just looking at the figures and wanted to get the most out of your portfolio, you might just look at the actual yields, the dividend yields, and I'll talk about that more in a minute, that you get from these companies regardless of when they're paying out. So what is dividend yield? So this is the percentage of the dividend that gets paid out compared to the share price. So if you take out the annual dividend that's paid out, divided by the share price times by 100 or hit the percent button, then that will give you your dividend yield. Now, there are some things to watch out for. So if a dividend yield is too low, then is that really a good thing to invest in if you're looking at dividend investing? If, however, it's too high, that can signal that a company is maybe just paying out too much and they're not reinvesting enough of their profits back into the growth of the company. And it could suggest that maybe the company is not doing particularly well or some other issue that you maybe want to investigate. So in some ways, high yields is a good thing, but if it's too high, you might want to start raising some questions. A typical figure that you might want to look at is around the kind of 4, maybe 5% mark, and that would be a good dividend yield. So what should your strategy be when doing dividend investing? Now, naturally, this is going to be up to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, invest in this, invest in that, or these are some great stocks that you should invest in. But you need to consider risk as well. So there can be a tendency to chase after high dividends in particular companies, but that can be a risky strategy. If you put all of your money into one company and then that company doesn't do so well, then your money's at risk. Instead, you might want to look at using funds, which are collections of companies all put together in a kind of pot. Now, you can choose funds that are dividend-paying companies or high-yield dividend companies, and you can choose to put your money into this fund and spread your money out across a load of different companies. That can be a great choice if you're looking to reduce your risk, because then all your eggs aren't in one basket. You are literally spreading out your risk. Likewise, you may want to do this yourself. You may want to pick out individual companies that pay out dividends and build your own portfolio. So not just putting all your money in one, you might want to choose 10, 20, 50 different companies and build your own diversified portfolio. Now, when deciding on your investment strategy, you need to think about what you're looking to achieve. So what are your motivations? Do you want to generate an income? Are you looking to generate that income now or in the future? If you're looking to generate that income in the future, then maybe you want to go for a growth strategy. So look at investing your money into stocks that are going up and growing well. And then if you maybe want to switch it up as you get closer to wanting to access that money, maybe then you could go for a dividend investing setup where you're getting some income. Or you can start to do that now and reinvest the funds. Or if you're in a situation where you actually want that income now, you want to put your money in and you want to take those dividends out now, then that can be a great strategy for you as well. Research the different options that are out there and find a setup that works for you. Make it personal to you. This is personal finance after all, so you need to consider your options carefully and decide what is right. Thank you for watching this video today. I'd love it if you could hit that like button and let me know that you've loved what I've done today, and also hit the subscribe button as well so you can see all my future videos. I've got a fair back catalogue of videos now for you to go back and watch if you want to learn more about making money, saving money, investing and personal finance. I've got all sorts there. Alternatively, you can go and check me out on my other social media channels. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest. I've also got my website, lookingafteryourpennies.com. And I've got a podcast too. Just search for Confidence Counts. Thank you so much for watching this today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.